Hello and welcome to Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday, where we talk to you about treats, business, and life. We have reached October. This is the first week, and this is also the first Tuesday, October 5th. I can't believe we have made it this far, and we're like a couple months away from like a year anniversary, and it's just crazy, guys. How are you doing, Miss
Mhm.
Pamela?
I'm doing wonderful. So I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm really busy right now trying to get some paperwork together. It's the behind the scenes stuff
Yeah,
of business that really can weigh you down and log you down with things that maybe you're not overly familiar with. It's the creative part is easy, but the technical part is not so easy. So I
yeah,
have just paperwork to do, forms to fill out, deadlines to get information to clients and invoices and things like that. So it's that back end stuff that can really weigh you down, as it is me for right now. But other than that, um, just enjoying this wonderful weather that we're having. It is October. The leaves are changing, which is so beautiful. I know up there in Michigan, it is absolutely gorgeous up there. I just know it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. So what?
So, so what I can tell you, what I've been doing is
Yes.
there's something called, I'm in a 8-week program, and it's to help you get pretty much acclimated in your business. I have another business called One Day Digital Marketing that I'm rebranding as Tamela the Digital VA, as a
Mhm,
virtual assistant. So I am going through a program, like an 8-week program, and it helps you really narrow down your key
mhm.
points of your business. And if how you get into, someone's trying to explain to you about what you do or what they
Yeah.
do. And when they're
Mhm.
going on and on and on, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
You
And
want
it
that
should be
elevator
streamlined.
pitch, that 30
Yeah.
seconds, on to the next floor.
So anyway, getting back to so it's a business model. A business model has your key resources, your key points. Um, it's what you actually do in a few words, as far as, okay, I make tortilla chips with chocolates and toppings and various toppings. Period. You don't have to go on and on and on, about
Yeah.
what you do. It's just really that finite drill down type thing that really helps you. And I had an opportunity to do a 20-second commercial, 20-second
Okay.
soundbite. That's what it's called, a 20-second soundbite. You say what your name is, what your business is, what those finite things are, and a couple other things. I think I went over a little bit because I tried to get a little snazzy with it, try to, bump it up because
Yeah.
we had to say it right on the spot, because it was like a homework assignment. So we
Mhm.
had to say it in front of all the class. Now I was on a Zoom, but still I got nervous about it because I was like, I wasn't prepared. I didn't know we were going to do this stuff. So
But it's a
yeah.
business and you have to promote yourself. I think that's good. I think that's good that you are learning that, because a lot of people who are in the food industry, they use like pictures and videos and things to let their work speak for themselves. And I know I'm very much guilty of this. I would be like, if you want to know about my stuff, just go look at my Instagram or go look at my Facebook. Instead of me like saying, I do this, I do that, and like being able to articulate it, I'm like, just go look at it, go check it out, and tell me what you think. Like, that could be a major thing where people are like, I'm not going to take the time to go there. Then you could like lose customers. So I
Mhm,
think it is
mhm.
good that you're learning how to do both, how to keep yourself like acclimated, that you won't be nervous when something happens, also that you can have your work to show for itself.
Yeah, I thank you for that. Thank you for saying that because it's a muscle that always needs to be worked out, as
Mm-hmm.
far as make sure that you are current, making sure that you still have it, because we can get lost in the sauce, so to speak.
Right.
Where you're just doing the day to day, you're cranking out the product, you're cranking out the service, and when someone asks you, "Oh, what do you do?" You're like, "Well, I do 1,000 things." But do
Right.
they need to know you do 1,000 things? No, and nobody
Definitely.
cares. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you help me? That's what they want to know. Can you help me?
Right.
And so yeah. So it really is a good opportunity to kind of really get some thoughts out of my head and on paper, so to speak,
Yeah.
and so that it can really come together. And it's really good. I enjoy learning, but sometimes I need to take a step back and just do me time, do some fun stuff and stuff like that. Even though I enjoy it, it can get a little bit much. But we're not going to talk about that part, because we are talking about who we are. I am co-host
Oh,
Tamela with Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in that great state of Ohio, where we specialize in salty sweet treats. If you want to know more about me and my business, you can go to at Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, Orlitas. And over to Taylor.
hi, I'm Taylor with Taylor's Kitchen, located right here in Albion, Michigan, where we make custom treats for your special occasions. We also specialize in vegan treats, dairy-free, and gluten-free treats. And so, if you ever need a special treat, you can find me at Sweet Spirit Treats on Instagram, Facebook, and a plethora of other places. So,
Yeah,
that's
great.
my spiel. Hey, let's talk about how yesterday there was no Instagram and Facebook, and how they are so very much connected, and how people could have lost whole careers uh,
Yes.
due to the switching of platforms, and possibly what is an alternative to that. Do you have any ideas, Tamla?
So, yeah, it was a real big shock. I had work to do via both platforms, and we know that Facebook and Instagram are the same company, because Facebook bought Instagram. So it was Instagram, WhatsApp, which is also Facebook, and I think a couple other platforms.
Messenger,
And
WhatsApp,
Messenger, oh yeah, that's a big one.
Instagram,
Messenger is a
and
huge one.
Facebook.
Yes, and they all are interconnected with Facebook. So I think it really showed us that how dependent we are on these platforms, these social media platforms, and we don't own them. So
Right.
if you're a business owner and your main source of connecting with your audience is through any of those platforms, Taylor, tell them what they can do.
We
Give me your experience. I mean, let me back up a little bit. Give me your experience about using the platform yesterday, or platforms yesterday, or not using it, and how did it affect you?
It affected me a little. It affected me because mostly I couldn't communicate with a couple of clients who I didn't have their phone number, but
Mhm.
luckily I had their email addresses. So they have orders coming up within the next week. But the way that I do my ordering system, I ask for email and phone number when I go to place the order for the client. So that was a good thing. I was able to email her, ask about her phone number, about the for her order. But I think one of the most important things that it taught me is that we should be list building. Should be
Yes,
list building, because you don't want to lose all of your clients just because of a platform. Also, it showed me how much content creating, I feel like, is much, and learning different platforms is a challenge, right? Because once you get some people focus only on one platform, and some people focus on multiple platforms. So for me, I decided I was going to take a break from focusing on one and try to like see if I do better on another one, right?
Right.
They're both owned by the same company. So either way, it didn't matter. So I have a lot more business that I get done on like orders being placed on Facebook. I have a
Hmm.
lot more creative freedom on Instagram. But I
Yeah.
also do other platforms like TikTok. And then we
Hmm.
have our YouTube channel, which is Tamela and Taylor Street Talk Tuesday.
Right.
And we also post to a podcasting platform. And so I'm trying to learn different things so that if anything happens, I will be able to still communicate with like my customers, send out text messages saying, "Hey, I'm part of I signed up for a text messaging group, or I signed up for a list for a company. I don't know if you guys saw my sweater. I think it was last week. It said Hustle, Pray, Eat.
Yeah.
So when we did a pop up shop, they had the QR code like I have when we do different businesses, so they can like follow you on whatever platform you use. So for that one, they gave me 25% off if I signed up for their text messaging list. So yesterday they did a graphic, super cool Instagram, Facebook shutdown graphic, 25% off your order for today. So like it showed me that list building, going out, still grassroots, because they were at a physical location where I purchased something from them. They added me to their text messaging list, and then also they are consistent in putting out texts or emails, or I think I signed up. I think I follow them on Instagram too. But it goes to show you that you have to have multiple ways to get in contact with people. That's
Or
also a
vice
way,
versa, or they get in contact with you.
yeah, or they get in contact with you. That's also a way that you will be able to get more more income, because you can't always expect people to remember your business. You can't always expect them to remember your name. They might be like Taylor's Kitchen, oh, and then they go to type in Taylor's Kitchen and they're like, we can't find Taylor's Kitchen, and then it's like, oh, it's Sweet Spirit Treats. You know what I mean? Like different things like that. Um, just because they didn't have Taylor's Kitchen as a name on the platforms that I wanted that was available, but they did have Sweet Spirit Treats. So just little things like that will be able to help you to still not feel like your business is completely gonna go under because you lost the platform. Just having different
Exactly.
things available.
Exactly. So you just mentioned an email list. I mean, email. You
Mhm.
mentioned texting,
Text.
like a texting platform. I think there's a couple of them. I won't mention them because I don't have any links right now
Right?
for them. But texting, emailing, and don't forget your website, your own
Yep.
personal website. Hmm.
Hmm.
Or you can do a easy tree, and it's in the form of your website.
Right.
And either Taylor and I either can help you with that. We'll put a link in our bio in the information section,
Yes.
so they can go to it and create their own easy tree. And it's a free service, okay? And it acts as a website without the extra cost. Okay? So yeah, that is so true. I think you hit it the nail on the head. We have to be able to connect with our audience outside of these platforms that we do not own. And I think it really gave everyone a pause, like, oh wow, we really depend on Facebook. We really depend on Instagram and these and Messenger and the other services or other items that they offer. And another thing is that I became a little bit upset. I'm like, what's going on? Because I didn't Google it.
Yeah.
I said, well, why is it not working? I sent you a couple of messages. I sent someone else a couple of messages. Nothing came through or nothing was going
Yeah.
out. what's going on? And about an hour or two into it, I'm like, is Instagram down? And that's what I Googled. And sure enough, all this stuff came up. Now I do have a Twitter account, but let me tell you, I neglect it. I don't know anything.
I do too. All of the memes that came up about did you see the one where the man was like walking around and it was like mirrors and he was like, and this is how people look trying to navigate Twitter because Instagram and Facebook are down. I said, oh, you guys are trash for making fun of
See?
people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
So
harder to navigate that platform for me.
yeah.
I haven't spent as much time and effort, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I had Facebook, then Twitter, then Instagram account. So in that order. But I think the main thing is TikTok did not go down, but that's more so of a modern, I would say modern. Even though there's so many people on it, they don't have billions on TikTok like Facebook does. You know, everybody has.
Still love TikTok. I like it. I love it.
I love TikTok. Yeah, I do too. I have an actual page on TikTok too. I don't update it as much as I need to. But yeah, so you have TikTok, you have Twitter. What's the other ones that someone may have? Other platforms, social
um,
media platforms.
just different podcasting
Pinterest,
platforms.
yeah,
You
YouTube.
have
You mentioned
SoundCloud.
YouTube.
All of Google. Google is like
Bay.
super good at having everything. Like, I'm like, who owns Google? I need to know this. I need to research it because they have
Alphabet
every
company.
platform. Like, I used Google Duo yesterday when Messenger was down. Like, you can do like workspace. They have all kinds of things on Google that we don't even like tap into.
That is so true. And they have
Yeah.
tasks on there. They have the calendar. They have, I think Zoom is integrated with their calendar now, I believe. I
Okay.
believe.
See, it's a
So
lot of
anyway,
other things that we
mhm,
just we are sticking to what we know instead of looking for other options. But I feel like since this happened, a lot of people are looking for other options. Um, I appreciate the fact that uh, we're able to laugh at these things, but we're also able to learn from them. Because I've heard people say you need to build your list, you need to be consistent with doing these things, different, I guess you would say, like experts in the
mhm.
industry. And I'm just like, I don't think this is gonna like go down or whatever. And then all of a sudden it does, and they're like, hi guys, we
I
told
agree.
you this
Yeah,
was going to happen.
that's
I'm
what
like, this
we've
is
been
crazy.
telling you.
Right. We've been telling you, okay? Get it together, people. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's a definite learning experience. I think it's good um to at least try to learn how to navigate these things, even at a most basic level, so that you don't get your platforms like completely stripped from you. All of the
Totally
drafts you
agree.
might have saved on there for things you're about to do and different things like that. Just have backup. Have backup. Have an
External
alternative
backup.
plan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even
Don't
for
just
Google,
depend.
if you have files stored on Google and pictures and all that, you still have to back it up
Yeah.
because we don't own it. Something can
Any
happen
of
to
it.
Google. Yeah.
Right.
Something
You know
we
what I
see,
would
something.
say? It is so crazy. I really learned about myself how much I use my phone for like no apparent reason. Cause I was
Yeah.
still like gone and be like, nah, is it back on yet? And then I'm like, just go read a book, just do something different. I did start another book this week too. Did you listen to the
Okay.
Diamond Doors?
No, I haven't yet, but I am. I'm really, really interested in it. And it's called Diamond Doors, I
Mm-hmm.
think it is. The book you mentioned last week. And it really is super interesting. I haven't done it yet because I've just been so busy, but that is one on my list.
Yes, I
What book
think
do you
that
have this week?
book called 5 Second Rule. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard about the 5 second rule. What do you? I've heard it.
Not the one
There's
where
a
you pick up food off the floor.
I'm like, where are you going with this?
Not that one. Not that one. Not
It's like,
that
wait
five.
a minute.
Wait a minute. Okay. Wait.
5 second rule.
5 second rule is about you getting things done by taking action. You count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you physically move or you physically do an action. That way, your brain normally talks itself out of things in 5 seconds. So
Hmm.
within that 5 seconds, if you don't get up and move or do something to interrupt your thoughts, the self-doubt will creep in those 5 seconds and be like, oh man, I mean, I really don't think I should do it right this second. I can wait a minute, then 5, 10 more minutes go past. So it's about taking action. Once you count down, it's like you're giving yourself a little timer. But that book is good. So that's what
Sounds
I'm
like
listening to.
self-improvement.
Yeah, I'm into that these days.
That's good.
I need
That's
that
good. I think we all
time
need to.
management,
Yeah, time
self-improvement.
management is so important. It's so important. I can't believe the time, how fast it goes. I cannot believe it. It's like, are you
Right,
kidding me? You kidding me? It can't be this late. How many times have you said, it can't be this late? I've been up since, you know,
right. I'd
such
be
and
like,
such
I've
and
been
such.
up
It can't be this
since
late.
the sun, since it was I've been up before the sun, and here it is, the sun going down, and I'm still up. Like, go to sleep. Do
Right.
something that's gonna get
I
you
mean,
to be some much more productive.
the day is just packed with stuff. And it can get away from you. Another thing that I do is um, kind of like time management, talk about time management is I actually write stuff down on a paper calendar or wall calendar or something like that.
Yeah,
Because when you visually see it, then it kind of sticks in my brain a little bit better on the things that's
right.
coming up, the things that I need to do, or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I'm old school. I write stuff down. I have my pads. You know, I don't know if you see it, can't see it.
Notepads,
Can't see it.
notepads, people,
Okay, yeah, I
notepads.
got a notepad, and and I still write the things down because that's how I was, that's what I grew up with, how I retain things is writing it
Yeah,
down. Now I still have my electronic files and things like that on my Google Drive and all that. But it's important to write things down. And also,
yes, it is.
just in case, we talked about SOPs. We gotta do a class on SOPs for sure, standard operating procedures. So just in case Google goes down, Facebook goes down, you have a team that's working with you, you have it in your brain and nothing is written down, or it's on this electronic platform
Right.
and nobody can access it, then what are you going to do? What
Right.
are you
What if it
going to
turns
do?
into like the 1960s again, and then we have to depend on ourselves in
Right.
nature?
Yes.
A
What are
lot of
you going
things, right? What are we gonna do? So a lot of things have like happened like over this past week. Like it's been like some ports that's closed down. You go in the stores, they're limiting what you're buying. Some places have implemented like curfews. Restaurants are not
to?
staying open as late as they used to stay open because they
Mhm.
don't want people to be outside during a certain time. I mean, it's just like a lot. Some people have been harassed for years for growing gardens in their yard or like storing water. But like you come to like today and you're like, I need to be growing a garden and storing water too, because like everything's so unpredictable. So
Everything is
moral of the
unpredictable.
story is
Yeah,
try to back
yeah,
up everything you have. Food,
right.
water,
This is mhm,
electricity, your digital files. A lot of people are now doing online business and less brick and mortars. And so you just got to try to back up everything, protect yourself, and make it through.
I agree with that. Um, there anything else to be said about that? I think you said it all.
Well, guys, this has been another episode of Tamela and Taylor's Street Talk Tuesday, where we talk to you about treats, business, and life. We thank you for coming on and listening to us. We hope you have a blessed day. If you need custom treats with specialties like vegan, gluten free, or dairy free, you can find me at Taylor's Kitchen. On Instagram and Facebook, those
Mhm.
platforms.
And TikTok.
Taylor's Kitchen at sweet SWEET dot spirit SPIRIT dot treats. Thank you. And I'm gonna let Tamela introduce herself. I mean, say bye bye.
Yeah. So I think, this was one of our shortest, one of our short videos for sure, podcast, but it was meaningful. It was very meaningful in other times because the outage just happened yesterday, which was what, the 4th or 5th of
Or
October. 4th, October
yeah.
4th, which was a Monday of all things. So it really helps you to realize that it's important to, back up your stuff, get a plan for when these electronic things go down so you can keep your business going. Also, I want to note that I will be doing a four phase approach for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You can find out more. Keep your ear towards at Torlitas for announcements on when that class will be held. There's also a workbook. Uh, there's also a workbook that will accompany that class. So this 4 phases is what you need to do now to get ready for Black Friday. What kind of payment systems do you have to have in place? What type of collaborations or vendors do you need to reach out to right now in order
Yeah.
to make sure that you're not overwhelmed and crazy and stressed out to the hilt when it comes to the most important, the most busiest shopping season of the year. So definitely, if you celebrate Black Friday and Cyber Monday and things like that, you are in business and you do want those sales, whether you are a person that celebrates the holidays or not. Everybody's looking for a bargain, and everybody's looking for your product. So you want to be prepared and make sure that you have what your customers need when the time comes. And actually, we're behind the ball, but so right now is when you need to start dropping information about what your upcoming sales will be, or what you're planning, what you would like to plan for the end of the year shopping season. So I'll have more information about that. I am Tamela with the T as in Tuesday, and you can go to at Torlitas, T as in Tuesday, ORLITAS for more information. We really, really thank you for joining us today. Please like, share, and comment. If you are on YouTube, please subscribe to our weekly podcast. We come to you every Tuesday with nuggets of good information about treats, business, and life. Myself, yeah, I'm going on and on.
If you would like to be a part of our podcast, email us at treattalktuesday@gmail.com. Have a blessed week, guys. Bye.
Bye.